You can start from the thing you were saying about people, what people say about me. So
Well,
I'm kidding.
No, man, your reputation is well founded and well solid. You're a great player and a great guy. No, I was just saying that I was in high school. I was going to go to college, and I was afraid to go to North Texas. I was afraid they would just chew me up and spit me out. So I went to TCU and auditioned. Did not get the scholarship. They gave it to an operatic tenor singer. And so I heard a Dee Barton arrangement of a 1 o'clock lab band playing Three Thoughts with Ed Soph and John Monahan. And after I heard that tune, I decided I've got to go to that school because that's the greatest big band song I've ever heard. And it's on YouTube. You can bring it up and listen to it. It's a fantastic chart. It was from the Stan Kenton book. But anyway, so I went up there. And I discovered that my reputation had been there before me. They all knew about me. And so when I auditioned as a freshman, I was 18 years old, they put me in the 1 o'clock as a freshman. And I went to them, Mr. Breeden and John Giordano, and I told them I do not want to be in the 1 o'clock lab band because I'm going to make so many enemies.
For those who don't know the UNT culture, making the 1 o'clock lab band as a freshman is
the laboratory bands they call them. Well, the 1 o'clock was the best, and then 2, and then 3, and I think they have them at 7, 8, 9 o'clock now. They've got kids from all over the world that go to that.
So for a freshman to make it is a very, very big deal.
Yeah, there was 2 schools of music. There was North Texas and Berkeley. And you picked your poison, and so anyway, they put me in the 3 o'clock lab band, and then
because I didn't want
to make enemies. There were people there that had come out of Vietnam that were waiting in line to get into the 1 o'clock lab band. They're going to let this pimple-faced kid from Fort Worth in there. I'm like, no, I don't want any part of that. Put me somewhere else. So they put me in the 3. So we did 1 semester, and then we took the Christmas break, and then we came back. And when we came back for the next semester, Mr. Breeden came up to me and he says, "You're in the 1 whether you want it or not." And so they stuck me in the 1. And then we went to Montreux Jazz Festival and played. Me and Lou Marini were in the saxophone section with Jim Riggs. And the guest artist was a guy named Tom Scott, whom everybody from LA knows, Tom Scott. We had a 3-tenor battle, and by the time
Lou Marini was in like Letterman's band and did a ton of stuff, right?
Or Lou Marini was in the Saturday Night Live band.
Oh, okay.
This is when he was still in college.
Yeah. Of course.
He hadn't moved to New York yet. I think he moved in '75, so this must have been 71 or 72, somewhere around in there when we went to Montreux Jazz Festival. But what I was going to say was, by the time me and Lou Marini got through with Tom Scott, he went home with his tail between his legs, shaking like a leaf.
Who, Tom Scott did?
Yeah. So anyway.
That's it. This is the hang at a Broadway gig, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, Miss Doubtfire. This is we're all full of Mexican food right now.
Yes, we are.
But thank you for doing that, Mark. I appreciate you letting me put those stories on.
Seriously, a legend, absolute legend. So as you can tell, just the stories. Do you have any other wisdom? My audience, they're not that smart. So like anything you got is going to.
I've got one more.
All right.
You have time for one more?
Yeah. They're unemployed.
I was playing lead alto. I was playing the lead alto in a big band, and we were on the road with Frank Sinatra. And Frank Sinatra Jr. was the conductor. And
from The Sopranos.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was in a poker game.
I guess he was. That's right. I forgot about that. I love The Sopranos. How could I have forgotten about that? But anyway, so we're doing it's 2:45. There's no one in the place except you and me. And there's an alto sax solo in the middle of the chart. And Frank Sinatra Jr. comes up to me and he says, "Now look, stand up for the solo. Don't just play the melody. Don't go crazy." And I just went, "I got this. This is not my first rodeo. I know exactly what to do." So the gig comes around that night. We're playing the song, and I decided to stand up, and I'm going to push the pedal to the metal. So I played my solo, and as I sat down, I peripherally kind of glanced over at the old man,
Frank,
the chairman of the board, to see if he even knew I existed. And he looked at me as I looked at him, and he went like that, like, "Good job, kid." I went home and told my wife at the time, I said, "Baby, Frank Sinatra gave me a cheek like that on my saxophone solo. Isn't that the greatest thing?" She goes, "Baby, I'm so proud of you." Now there's the trash, there's the cat litter. My 15 seconds of fame was over and done with. So that's my Frank Sinatra story.
Wow.
Oh, and also we were not allowed to take pictures backstage. So I wanted some kind of momentum for playing that gig. And my dad was a cop, so I never stole anything in my life, but I stole an ice chest from that tour, and I wrote on the side of it, Frank. So that's my Frank Sinatra story.
Amazing.
Yeah. Got a Frank.
That's one of the best you
Yeah,
can get.
that's a good one.
So-
What is that? A cheek? Okay, cheek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So there you go.
Amazing. Legend.